All right, let's talk about YouTube. If you scroll all the way down to the bottom of any page, you'll see this little block of links. You know, the stuff we've all scrolled past a million times. But what if I told you that's not just some boring fine print, it's actually the blueprint for the entire platform?
Seriously, think about it. They are on every single page. Words like about, press, copyright, creators. Our eyes just glaze right over them, don't they? They're like the wallpaper in the background of the internet's biggest video library.
Well, it turns out they tell us pretty much everything. This isn't just a list of words, it's a map. It's a key that unlocks the 4 big ideas that make YouTube what it is. So today, let's just follow that map and see if we can piece this whole thing together.
Okay, first things first, the people. I mean, who actually builds YouTube? Well, that little footer gives us a huge clue. It basically splits everyone into 2 distinct groups, 2 types of builders who are responsible for everything you see.
And it really all boils down to a pretty simple division of labor. On one side, you've got the creators, right? They're the storytellers, the comedians, the teachers. They make all the content. And on the other side, you've got the developers, the engineers and designers who build the container for all that content. So one group builds the shows, and the other group builds the theater.
So you've got all these people building things. But a global platform this huge needs a really powerful engine just to keep the lights on and, pay everybody. And that brings us right to our second pillar, the business model. These 4 little links, that's it. That's the entire corporate picture right there. Think of these as the doors to the front office of YouTube, explaining how it runs, how it talks to the world, and most importantly, how it pays its bills.
And the most important link here, by far, is advertise. This isn't just a piece of the business. It's the financial fuel for the entire machine. It's what connects companies to you, the viewer, which in turn generates the money that funds the creators. Seriously, without that one little word, the whole blueprint just falls apart.
The other 3, press, about, and contact us, are basically all about communication. They make up YouTube's official voice. It's how the company tells its story, defines its mission, and, well, how you can get in touch. This is the company's public face.
Okay, so you've got millions of people making stuff, and a gigantic business all on one platform. How do you keep the whole thing from turning into total chaos? Simple, you need rules. And that brings us to our third pillar, the laws of this digital world.
And here's the kicker. Whether you're uploading your 100th video or just watching one for the first time, you have digitally signed on the dotted line. You agreed to the contract. So what exactly did we all agree to? Well, the footer lays it out with 4 key ideas.
First up, you've got terms. This is the big one. It's the foundational legal document. Honestly, you can think of it like the Constitution for the nation of YouTube. It lays out the basic rights and responsibilities for both you and the platform itself.
Next is privacy. Now, this isn't some scary legal document. It's basically the story of your data. It just explains what info YouTube collects, how it's used, mostly to power those recommendations you get, and how it's all protected.
Then there's policy and safety. So if the terms are the Constitution, think of these as the actual day-to-day laws. These are the community guidelines that spell out what's okay to post and what's not, and they're designed to keep the whole community safe. And finally, copyright. This really gets to the heart of the matter for any digital platform, right? How do you protect ownership of something that can be copied with a single click? This system is all about safeguarding a creator's original work from being used without their permission.
All right, so we've got the people, the business model, and the rules. But how does it all actually work? This last part of our blueprint takes us behind the curtain to look at the living, breathing system that keeps this thing running 24/7. This is the engine room, and it runs on a constant loop. It goes like this. Step 1. People create and upload stuff. New videos, new features, you name it. Step 2. The system has to organize all that chaos. That's where How YouTube Works comes in. The algorithm analyzes everything to recommend what it thinks you'll want to watch next. And then, step 3, it's always learning. That test new features link? That tells us YouTube is constantly running experiments, tweaking things based on how we all react. It's a machine that's literally always evolving. So when you finally put all those pieces together, you realize that humble little footer isn't just some legal disclaimer. No, it's a perfectly organized blueprint of a massive digital world.
I mean, it shows us the 2 kinds of people who build it, the creators and the developers. It reveals the business engine that funds the whole shebang. It lays out the legal rulebook that governs this entire digital society. And it gives us a peek into the dynamic system that keeps it all running and getting better every day.
All of that, hidden in plain sight this whole time. the complete story of this gigantic digital world told in just a handful of links. So, now that you've actually seen the blueprint behind the screen, is it going to change how you see what's on it?